Okay, back for more insight into PTS's work. Today we're going to cover a question from the ATP. It's actually under development here at Pilot Training Solutions. The ATP course should be available within a couple of months, but I've had a lot of students ask me the question on this figure because it's impossible to find the answer. The reason for that is the question is showing a figure that has wrong data on it, and I will explain to you how this works and how to get to the correct answer. It's pretty simple once you look at the next slide. Now let's look at a different question that most pilots find quite puzzling. It has to do with stab trim settings, but it's very different from the ones we've seen before. In a way, it's actually easier, but the figures can be confusing. The question says, refer to figure 53 and 55. The stab trim settings for operating condition R1 is. So we take a peek at figure 53, and the numbers we're going to need out of here, 635.7, the CG station. The next number we're going to need is from the bottom, which is the same for all the conditions, which is LMAC, and that's 625, and finally the MAC of 134. The reason we're picking these numbers is because figure 55, although it shows CG on the left side, it's actually not the CG. That is the CG in percentage of MAC, not the CG itself. So if we tried to use 635, as you can see, you can't find 635 there because it's a percentage of MAC. So the first thing we're going to do is find the percentage of MAC based on the CG and the LMAC and MAC. And there, if we do the calculation of 635.7 minus 625 and divide it all by 134, it equals 0.079. So the percentage of MAC is 8%. Now this starts to make a little bit of sense, doesn't it? Now we go back to figure 55 and we use the left side and we find 8, go across to find a setting of 7 3/4 ANU, airplane nose up. That is your correct answer. And as I said, the ATP is still not available. It will be available probably within a couple of months. Half of it is already completed. We should have it done by, I'd say, the end of May at the latest. It will be available for purchase. In the meantime, you can visit passfaexams.com to purchase private instrument or commercial, or to see any updates, news, and new videos that we post, and they will also be posted on YouTube as well.